What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first edition of Shoot2Shit. It's your boy Lunasty here with my man Joobag. How's it going, man?
What's up, motherfuckers? How we doing out there in Markland?
Yeah, them Walmarts. Love it, man.
Thank you, good brother fucking Gallows, for that one.
Big LG. Yeah, man. So let's kick this off, man. We got NXT 30, TakeOver 30 tomorrow.
30. I can't believe there's been 30 takeovers already.
Right? Yeah, it's been crazy. They've been tearing it up, man, especially with all the shows. I know you guys mentioned it earlier in our chat that NXT's been tearing it up. And so I'm pretty excited tomorrow. They deserve this and all the hype that's been going behind it. We got, first off, Legado del Fantasma versus Breezango versus Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch for the number one contender ship for the NXT tag titles, man. What's your take on that one?
See, the tag division is weird right now because it needs to be the Undisputed Era versus Imperium, but I'm not gonna say that right now. But that's what it needs to be. So to pick a winner on this one, I'll just throw it up in the air. I'll give it to Oni and Danny. They'll have a great showing with Imperium. They won't win, but they'll look really good.
Oh yeah, and I don't want to dip in, into the future because I think I'm going to say almost the same thing with the main event. But Legado del Fantasma, they've been on a tear. They've been getting a huge push right now. And
when I heard Del Fantasma was coming in, I knew he was coming in under a mask. I knew he was coming in as what he was. But man, this fucking Santos Escobar character, I am loving every bit of it.
Oh yeah.
He's everything that they wanted out of Del Rio, but he can actually fucking wrestle.
Yeah, and that was the goal, something like this with Andrade when he first came in. Like they want to find that next crossover superstar that's, of course, bilingual, can get that.
Eddie Guerrero. They want the next Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, yeah, and one of the things that I was going to say, I am down for the pick with Oni and Burch, but like I said, the Phantasma click, man, and I've been a fan of Mendoza since back when he first debuted and when they tagged him with Humberto. Like
I liked while we're there, I like Zima Ion or whatever you want, fucking Joaquin Wild. That's what they're calling him now. I've always been a fan of that kid. I always thought he had a lot of untapped potential in TNA.
Yeah, and so like I said, with how talented they are, with the push they're getting, I would love, Oni and Burch to get their time, but they've been number one contenders randomly here and there. I know that they're going to tear it up, kind of like I don't know, Kofi with ladder matches. Put them in anything that has to do with tag, and they're going to tear it up. But but I think it's going to go, towards the new clique that's tearing it up right now.
The only reason why I'm picking Oni and Danny is because whoever goes against them is not going to win. And I don't see them when I say them, I mean Imperium. Whoever goes against the current champions is not going to win. I'm just going to say that right now. And I don't think they would want to do that to Mendoza and Wild. I don't think they'd want to put them out there and have them not come up with the W, because it feels like they really are putting a lot of weight behind this Elio del Fantasma this click. I can't remember. I'm not Spanish, so forgive me when I can't say the fucking name. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
what is it?
Legado del Fantasma.
Now, for us English speakers, translate that, please.
I believe it's like Legend of Ghosts or something.
Like Legacy of the Phantom or some shit like that.
Phantasma's Ghost. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Word. Okay. So I'll stand by my pick. Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan will be the ones who come out victorious on that.
And that makes sense. Next match that we're talking about is Adam Cole versus Pat McAfee.
Man, I know a lot of marks are pissed off about this, but what they don't know is that Pat McAfee has been training as a professional wrestler almost since he left the NFL. This is something he really, really wants to do. And before I say who's going to win or lose, Adam Cole's going to make him look like $1 million fucking bucks, because that's what Adam Cole does. I'm gonna pick McAfee, but I'm gonna call it due to fuckery. I feel like we're about to see the return of Walter.
Okay. Yeah, so you feel like it could be something like maybe the Mayweather versus Big Show type of thing where, he's going to be getting his ass beat. Yeah.
Outside interference is going to lead to a victory for the upstart young Pat McAfee. Undisputed Era is in a really weird place right now. Without them having the gold, the best thing for them to do is to function as a 4-man unit. The only other 4-man unit is Imperium. The writing is there. You know what I mean?
And that's been a good feud so far. They're all killing it, man.
And it got cut down because we'd started to see the seeds for that being sown, and it got cut down due to all this fucking COVID-19 shit. Can I put this out there? Fuck 2020 in its face.
I mean, all our wall markers there probably saw my post earlier. That's exactly what I said. Fuck 2020. It's been it's been stupid nuts, man. And with all the releases, with people leaving, and just nonsense, man. It's been a terrible year. People that we lost, it's been nuts.
But who you got with Adam Cole and Pat McAfee?
I know you brought up that he's been training. I know they like to do these, gimmick matches where the celebrity goes over. I agree there's going to be some fuckery, but I'll take Adam Cole winning over this one because I feel that they're going to drag this out with him being trained. I feel they can have a lot more to do.
You feel like this is more than a one-off? Is that what you're saying? You feel like this is more than a one-off?
I feel it is. And just the signs lean to it. Side note, as you know, we were talking about this as soon as it happened, if we thought it was a work or if this was, real, if you will. And I immediately said this was a work.
Yeah.
We knew, this was definitely a work. And it was setting up, I don't think, for this one-time appearance. If this is what he's wanting to do, if he's going to be like Goldberg, where he said that he's got 2 matches a year for the next couple of years, maybe him and McAfee, like Gronk or something like that. They're going to have something to where, like, he gets hurt, whatever, Adam Cole looks good, and I feel like he's going to come back later on and rekindle that feud to set up for maybe a Rumble, Mania, something, one of the big shows, and he get his moment because, with this whole COVID thing, to give everyone too many big moments and wows in front of no crowds, like, I feel like there's some stuff that they want to hold off, and I think Pat McAfee winning a WWE match is going to be one of them.
But what if this is the new norm and we don't see crowds in stadiums for at least another 5 months, 6 months? What if this is how we're going to do things for a while?
And that's why I said that we're going to hold it off to one of the other big shows of the year, because we had maybe Taker's last match at a Mania that was, with nobody there, and like I said, it could be the norm, but I feel like they're going to save a McAfee winning in a big moment, and it's not going to be.
This is a sidebar you brought up against Taker. I want to put this out there. The Boneyard match is the only way we get Taker and Sting.
And I'd be down. Whatever.
I would as well. I talked a little shit when the Boneyard match happened because I was a bit inebriated and I was like, what the fuck is this? But I've gone back and I've given it a few rewatches, and I now understand that it was the perfect vehicle to give Taker, to make him not look like shit. Let's just say it. To make him not look like shit like he had against a few opponents who really shouldn't have been in there with him anyway. But that's a whole other sidebar, and that's something we can come back to at another date. So you're going to pick Adam Cole then?
I got Adam Cole for this one. And I feel like it's gonna spark something else. McAfee will get his moment later on. So Io Shirai. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Everybody argues over who's the next Shawn Michaels. They're like, what was it? AJ? Was it it's Adam Cole? It's Adam Cole. The jury's fucking out. It's Adam Cole. He is one of the best in the business right now. I never want to see him go to the main roster because I don't want to see him have his year of nothing.
And I will actually touch on that later on in this conversation. But like I said, Io Shirai versus Dakota Kai.
God damn. I love Io Shirai. I loved her heel turn that eventually became a tweener turn because she's just so damn good. That entrance music, her whole, like, okay, when she was just coming out as just, I can do moonsaults really good. You know, she was great in the ring, but who gave a shit? This Io has a fucking personality, and I love every bit of it. And I think it's funny, they won't give Asuka subtitles when she cuts her promos, but Io gets full-on anime villain fucking subtitles.
Yeah, and we were talking about that on Raw, and I feel like that kind of gives into, I guess, whenever the marks, get behind somebody or have these stupid chants or, kind of like Raw after Mania and stuff, we just get into stupid things and it just gets over. So I love how the fake audience, whenever Asuka starts talking, everyone's like, yeah. It's like no one knows what the fuck she's saying, but we're all like backing her,
We know she's saying something. We know she's talking some kind of shit. We don't know what.
Yeah.
But so all right. But with saying that, also I've loved the heel turn from Dakota Kai. I thought there might be a little bit more between her and Tegan Nox, but you know what? Fuck it. And I'm gonna say this: I believe Dakota Kai is gonna pick up the W, probably due to fuckery from Raquel Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Which sucks though, because I wanted to see her do it on her own. If they want to make her the next top heel on NXT, then she needs to do some shit on her own.
So if I could take a step backwards here, your pick earliers were Oni and Danny.
Yep.
Mine was Legado, Fantasma. You picked McAfee. I picked Cole.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, like prior to us talking about this match, there wasn't really an underdog per se. And in this one, I feel like the underdog would be Dakota, only because I don't feel that she's been able to show what she can do in the ring that much. Like, I mean, she'll have a good match here and there, but they tend to keep it short with, her in the ring or not showing, what brought her to the dance per se. When she first got there as a face, they were giving her some pretty long matches and showing her. So I feel like she's the underdog here. And because coming in as the underdog with no real story against Io, and you say more towards Nox and having, Raquel backing her, I'm going to say Io is going to retain.
Okay.
On this one.
You're just odds on this one, man.
Right?
Fucking 8 time. Oh well. That's how that shit works.
Oh man, I got notes, brother, and I have the underline. So it's not that I'm going against you. This is what I was prepping for, man. And next we got the ladder match for the North American Championship. Bronson Reed versus Damian Priest versus Johnny Gargano versus Cameron Grimes versus Velveteen Dream. Who do you got, man?
Before I actually make my pick, it will be a nobody. And by nobody, I mean it won't be Johnny Gargano, and it won't be Velveteen Dream. I'm going to say that right now. And I'm torn between Bronson Reed and Cameron Grimes, who both of them I am just fucking over the moon with. I love the Aussie strong style with Bronson Reed. I like what he brings to the game. And then if you don't think Cameron Grimes is one of the best shit talkers on TV right now, you ain't listening.
He's a talented Corbin, I feel.
Oh, God, do we have to even bring his name up?
Well, I'm saying because he makes you hate him, but he's actually good,
Yeah, okay, I'll let that one slide then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Cameron Grimes. I'm gonna pick Cameron Grimes. I feel like between beating Finn Balor, beating Damian Priest, and a couple other people who he probably shouldn't have beat, it's his time. He should be the king of their undercard right now.
Oh yeah, and you're probably gonna be shocked, man, but I have underlined here Cameron Grimes. I felt like he's the sleeper, bro. He's a sleeper. Like to get there in the first place, you're like, what is it? But there's so much more story to tell. Yeah.
Just look at the last 2 months he's had, like a laundry list of people who he's put down.
Yeah, and like I said, there's so much story to tell with everybody else coming in, with them feuding with somebody else. Like they can take this L and still have stories to be told with somebody else, and Grimes, like you were saying, is a great shit talker. So anybody that's going to go against him, like I said, he's got so much heat on him right now, and it's just money. We're all paying to see him lose. So I feel that's a safe pick, man. That's a safe pick. I agree.
He also has probably one of my favorite finishers right now. That cave-in is something fucking else.
Oh, yeah. It's like we've seen it done wrong, with Sasha Banks, but this guy.
Yeah.
This guy.
We'll probably see it off the ladder. Like that's another bold prediction. We're probably going to see it off the ladder. Okay. When he wins, that's probably going to be the final spot.
Man, I agree. I agree. Lastly, man, that main event, Keith Lee, Karrion Kross.
It's the same question I posed to you in the chat. Will they sacrifice Keith Lee's championship to keep him in NXT versus Karrion Kross's undefeated streak? If Keith Lee loses, he's going up. He's going up. He's done in NXT. He's done everything he can do. Vince has had a hard on for him since he let him up there last year at Survivor Series. Mm-hmm. It's been an unbelievable manner of events that he hasn't been called up already. So I'm going to pick Karrion Kross. Kross is everything they wanted in Lars Sullivan without all the bullshit that came with Lars Sullivan. And if you've watched his work in TNA or if you've just watched him on YouTube, dude can fucking go. And he has a great final boss feel to him. Like when his first entrance happened, I said out loud, I said, that's fucking final boss music. That's the last guy you see before the game is over. You know what I mean? And the next babyface, whoever they want to be their next Finn Balor, whoever's going to be the next big babyface in NXT, that's who they're going to have to knock off. I love Keith Lee. He's one of the best in the ring right now. His size is unbelievable. These two are going to beat the hell out of each other, but in the end, I got to go Karrion Kross.
And we disagree once more. I'm picking Keith Lee only because, like you said, you brought up the main roster thing, and you brought up, like I was saying earlier, with the Undisputed Era. I feel these guys are going to be in NXT for a while, and that's because of this whole Wednesday Night War type thing. And WWE sometimes, has a habit of, breaking streaks that we feel are prematurely broken. And with him being undefeated, I feel Keith Lee's going to be there for the long run. They want him as the face of NXT. I feel like the main roster is a little stale. They could use Keith Lee. They could use Adam Cole, but I don't feel like NXT can afford to lose anybody in the era or Keith Lee. And so I feel like the streak's going to be broken. I feel when you said there's going to be shit going on with the Adam Cole McAfee thing, I feel something is fishy about this match where I don't feel like it's going to be clean. I feel there's going to be some kind of controversy breaking the streak, but I'm picking Keith Lee to be on top.
I mean, these are all 100% possible things. Now, the last thing I guess I want to bring up, since it happened tonight, what are your thoughts on Thunderdome?
I actually couldn't watch, so I couldn't figure out.
You didn't even get to see it.
I didn't even get to see it now.
Okay, all right. So I'll run it down for you. So the crowd is full. I mean, you've seen the spoiler pictures, right? Have you seen that on the internet yet?
Yes.
Okay, then it's exactly what you thought it was. It's literally the crowd is full of LED screens, and it switches after, like, I guess you get a certain amount of time on screen. I don't know how long, but it was always rotating who was going to be on screen. There you were muted, so you couldn't say anything, and it seemed like nobody nobody had any enthusiasm. Nobody was waving their arms or acting like they were in a crowd. People were just kind of like watching, like they were looking on their phone. And I understand what WWE was trying to do for this, but I don't think this is it.
Yeah, because I feel, isn't the NBA doing something pretty similar?
I think the NBA, if it wasn't the NBA, maybe it was baseball that did it.
Yeah,
I think that they had like LED crowd or some shit like that,
Yeah, because I think I briefly tuned into the Celtics playoff game tonight, and I think I saw some. That was one of the things that I could watch on TV earlier, but I think they had something like virtual fans, something like that. But yeah, like I saw the spoiler picture.
The other question I posed when I was talking to my girlfriend about it, I was like, now they're watching on their phone. Are they seeing it like it's a first person view as though like they're sitting in their chair and they're watching the match from their phone? Like, is there a camera on the front of the little screen you got, or are you watching it on your TV? And there were people that were straight falling the fuck asleep on their screen, and I guarantee
awesome.
WWE's doing mad filters to make sure they don't catch any AEW merch, and like nobody had any signs or anything. I was like, fuck, if I knew I was going to be doing that, should I at least have a fuck you sign?
Yeah, or be naked.
Or be naked,
because you're live. Wow, man, that's legit. But I feel that, you know, that's some good trolling. If you're watching a segment that's just fucking blowing and you see yourself on screen, you're just like, it's a big slap to production. Like, fuck, we got to get this sleeping guy off the screen. Like, move him. Like someone's gonna be yelling. I feel that's genius.
The only other thing that I feel like it's weird is WWE is piping in crowd noise. I hate when they do that because it sounds fake.
Yeah, I hate when you know chants have been fed to people and it's not genuine. You know, like I love the live NXT crowd because they were chanting the dumbest shit. You know, and
well, let's be honest, they're indie marks. The NXT crowd are indie marks, and indie marks have the stupidest fucking chants. I love it because I'm an indie mark, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but you would think that some of these NXT performers or prospects, you know, would, especially some of them being indie guys, would know how the fans would act because, like I said, you being an indie guy, are closer to the fans than, say, somebody in one of the big companies because they have people around them all the time. They go in, they do their job, and they leave. Whereas an indie guy, you go in, you're trying to sell your merch, you're at the table, you know, interacting with these people, getting autographs, and like I said, they're closer to you, and you can work the crowd a lot better, and you can kind of feed off of them. And they, like I said, they chant the dumbest shit. So you being an indie dude, you're not being televised. You can have more fun and do things like that. But I think what sucks is that they're being fed what to say. They can't do that, and I haven't been a fan of it because it's just not genuine.
Yeah, scripted promos need to fucking die, and at the very least, bullet point promos is what we need to move toward. Give them a rough idea of what you want them to say, and then let them go out there and be performers. Yeah. But this is something else. It's just one more thing I want to touch on before I cut out of here. One of the things we've noticed with no crowds is we've seen a lot of people who don't have their game all the way shored up, and they don't know how to perform without people cheering and booing and when they should get their shit in and when they shouldn't. And I'm hoping that maybe this gives them that timing back. I mean, I know that they can't hear what the fans are screaming, but they see their faces when they're looking through the ropes and when they're on the top doing their fucking taunts and shit. So it's like, maybe this will help them get their timing back. So as much as I want to talk crap, maybe this could be a good thing because, you know, I'm just a hater.
Because it's the best thing we got.
It's the best. Yeah. You hear that, Fish? It's the best fucking thing we got. Watch it. But, you know, I'm going to have to go ahead and get out of here, man. It was great talking to you. I would love to do this again. Keep me fucking in the loop whenever you want to do another one.
Hells yeah. And so this is going to go up, man. And I want everybody to know before I go up that tomorrow is Jew's anniversary. So, man, happy anniversary, brother. And like I said, thanks for being on, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, man.